10 minutes of straight facts. A deck of cards has a metaphorical meaning. 52 cards are 52 weeks of the year. 4 suits are seasons. 13 cards of the same suit are 13 phases of the lunar eclipse. Most Japanese schools do not employ janitors or cleaners. The Japanese education system believes that the students should clean the schools themselves to teach them respect, responsibility, and emphasize equality. 30 years ago, you had about 15 to 17 minutes to escape a house fire. Nowadays, you only have about 3 to 5 minutes. This is due to more plastic and petroleum-based products in the home, as well as a more open floor plan, bigger rooms, and higher ceilings. The probability of the water that you drink having been through the body of a dinosaur is almost 100%. Because guinea pigs are prone to loneliness, it's illegal in Switzerland to own just one. The jerk your body does when you're trying to fall asleep is your body's way of making sure that you're still alive. China is by far the biggest polluter in the world, equating to 33% of CO2 emissions. Harry Potter once released a vibrating kids' broom, but it was discontinued after finding out many adult shops were selling it at nearly double the price. Richer women are more likely to binge drink and have more alcohol-related problems than poor women, while the opposite is true for men. 12% of people dream entirely in black and white. London is the world's largest urban forest. 388,400 acres of it, an actual forest made of more than 8 million trees. Jack Daniel's employees get a free bottle on the first payday of each month. If you yell for 8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, you would have produced enough energy to heat 1 cup of coffee. The United States has the largest amount of vending machines in the world, with over 6.9 million. Seahorses greet each other every morning with a hug and a dance. Our sun pumps out energy equivalent to 4.5 trillion atomic bombs every second. Surveys show that people kiss their dogs more than their partners. It is physically impossible to know everything because the average human brain has a max capacity of 2.5 petabytes. It's illegal for supermarkets in France to waste food. It took the creator of the Rubik's Cube 1 month to solve the Rubik's Cube after he created it. Between 10 and 20 volcanoes are erupting somewhere on Earth every day. Now, can we just take a quick pause? You might be wondering why I'm not showing my face or even my real voice. Now, unfortunately, I'm in bed with man flu. And those that have had man flu know how hard it is to do anything. So if you appreciate my efforts in still making this video, make sure to leave me a like and a subscription, so I know my efforts haven't gone unappreciated. There are approximately 17 million flies for every person on Earth. Australia is wider than the moon. Headphones can increase the bacteria inside your ears. Scotland chose the unicorn to be its national animal. Avocados are not a vegetable, they are a fruit because they are a single-seeded berry. The Eiffel Tower is actually taller in the summer, up to 6 inches. Tigers don't just have striped fur, but also striped skin. A shrimp's heart is in its head. An 11-year-old accidentally invented ice pops. A sloth can hold their breath longer than a dolphin. The apples found in the supermarkets can be up to a year old. Venus is the only planet that spins clockwise. The oldest living land animal is a 190-year-old bisexual tortoise named Jonathan. Bubble wrap was originally intended to be wallpaper. When checking the weather, rain percentage is not the percent chance of rain, but is the percentage of the forecasted area that will receive rain. The term pipe dream is a reference to the insane dreams people have when smoking opium. The world's oldest piece of chewing gum is 9,000 years old. The average person will spend up to 6 months of their life waiting at a red light. In the UK, it is not a crime to hide your STD status from any partners. When the moon is directly overhead, you will weigh slightly less. The deadliest earthquake in human history occurred in China in 1556 and killed 830,000 people. A dentist invented candy floss. Before we started saying cheese when taking a photo, people used to say prunes. McDonald's serve spaghetti in the Philippines. The Spanish national anthem has no words. Cat urine glows under a black light. M&Ms are named after its creators, Forrest Mars and Bruce Murray. Surgeons who play video games at least 3 hours a week perform 27% faster and make 37% fewer errors. The band Blink-182, incorporated under the name Poo Poo Butt, because of how funny it would have been to have their accountants, managers and attorneys having to say it over the phone every day. The last day that all humans were living together on Earth was November 2nd, 2000. Since then, somebody has always been living on the International Space Station. Dogs can tell time by smell. They can smell different times of the day and how long their owner has been gone by how much the smell has gone since they left. Canadians say sorry so much that a law was passed in 2009 declaring that an apology can't be used as evidence of admission to guilt. The main reason the British football was black and white was so that it could appear on black and white TVs more clearly. British cows moo in regional accents. The oldest living shark is 392 years old, which makes him older than the United States. A blue whale is so large that a human could swim through its veins. The spiked dog collar was invented by ancient Greeks to protect their dogs from wolf attacks. A duck is called a duck because it ducks its head under the water to feed. The animal is named after the verb and not the other way around. About 7% of people who have ever lived are alive right now. This means for every alive person, there are also 14 dead. Broccoli is a human invention, bred by Italian farmers over 2,000 years ago. A dog's nose print is as unique as a human's fingerprint and can be used to identify them. Greenland lost so much ice in the 20th century that it changed the angle of the Earth's rotation. Humans are mammals and are just 0.01% of all life, but have managed to destroy 83% of other mammals in the wild. 60% of Nigerian print scam emails originate in the United States. They use bad English to weed out the more gullible users. The first version of this was back in the early 1800s. A letter from a wealthy Spanish prisoner who needed help bribing the guard who promised a payout after his release. The Soviet Union lasted for 69 years. The longest English word is ultramicroscopic silicone volcaniconiosis. If you brought 64 trillion potatoes, you would have enough uranium to make an atom bomb, but it would cost you about 1.6 trillion. The tallest cactus in the world is about 4 giraffes high. Tupac once said that Jim Carrey was his favorite actor, and while Tupac was in jail, Jim Carrey sent him letters to make him laugh and smile. If you ate nothing but rabbit meat, you would die from protein poisoning. This would be due to too much protein and the absence of fat in the diet. A 12-year-old French boy once faked his kidnapping to get out of going to the dentist. There are over 10 quintillion insects on Earth at any one time. Robert Downey Jr. was paid $10 million for only 8 minutes of screen time in Spider-Man's Homecoming. He got paid over $1 million per minute he was in the movie. Carrots don't really improve your eyesight. The myth was World War II propaganda. And the last fact for this video. A recent survey of 8,000 UK hotels found that 30% of personal possessions left behind were adult toys. And there you have it, 10 minutes of straight facts. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more, make sure to like and subscribe before you leave. And check out the other videos in my educational playlist. But until next time, Kianta!